Now the 3DS itself is basically in the same kind of spectrum that the DS is made. It's the little flip style, dual screen, just about the same. It's a little bit shorter than the DS, but it's also a tad bit thicker, so it kind of weighs about the same. It's kind of about the same generics, and it weighs a little bit more, but that's okay. The bottom screen is the same, exactly the same. No difference between pixelation or screen size. The top screen is a little bit more it's bigger and it's a little bit more pixelated, so you get a crisper picture and nicer, jazzy stuff. The slider, the main part about the big screen though, is the 3D, and the slider here, as you can't see on the video, but if you were here in real life, you would be able to see the difference between it going from 2D mode when the slider's all at off to gradually progressing into more depth into 3D as it goes up to the top. The difference between the slider, and actually I really like how Nintendo did this, but it's good because different people have different perception of 3D, so the slider's good for what your sweet spot is. Like, some people really need it up all the way at the top to actually even get a glimpse of 3D. For me, the sweet spot's a little bit below half, and I can get a good view of what the 3D is.
Hi, my name's Jim. I'm going to be going over the backwards compatibility and going over the previous systems that were released by Nintendo when the 3DS came out. We don't have the original here, which I'm sure most of us remember as a kid. We had the old black and white systems with the big square cartridges. Now, as time went on, they came out with the smaller flip systems with backlit screens and color. And they had the new games, which were a lot more smaller. What we have here is the DS. It's one of the newer systems that came just before the 3DS. This is the newer model that they have. It's the DSi. It has the touchscreen in the front here. It has a camera also in the front there, so you can take pictures as you use it. The touchscreen allows you to traverse through the menus and play games in many different ways. It only supports a D-pad. It has a microphone for you to blow into things. There's some games that require you to blow away like dust or something if you're a detective or things like that. The games went down to a smaller kind of thing compared to the other ones. They're a lot easier to carry and they just kind of slide in. The older DS models supported backwards compatibility for the old advanced games, but that sadly went away during the release of the 3DS. So what we have here for the 3DS is we have two different colors. We have black and we have a bluish tint. It has many different colors. Comparatively, this one has a lot more features. As you see, they added a analog stick compared to just having the D-pad before. And they have all the other buttons down here, and then the AB. They have this shorter button still. This one has two front-facing cameras, and it has the power button down here as the slider button for the 3D. Other than that, it still utilizes the same old games, small cartridges that you remember from them. It still plays the backwards compatibility for the DS, so if you were to put in, say, Pokemon for this example, you can sit there and play the other. The 3D doesn't matter. You can just leave it on, leave it off. It doesn't turn on, obviously, since it's not a 3D game. And you can continue to play any way you want. The old systems compared to the new one, other than the nice bigger screen, there's nothing really that much new to the DS other than the 3D and a little better graphics due to the 3D and all that.
Okay, the 3DS comes with a lot of cool accessories. It comes with a dock, it comes with AR cards, and it also comes with the charger, which I don't have right now. The first accessory is the dock. The dock allows you to charge your 3DS in a safe place. It prevents it from getting damaged, and it also allows you to play the game while. Okay, the next accessory comes with is the charger. The charger allows you to charge your 3DS, right? Of course. But the good thing about the new 3DS is that you're able to charge your 3DS with previous chargers from the old DSs. So if you lose your new charger, you can use your old charger. Okay, now let's get to the coolest accessory. It's the AR cards. It comes with 6 in the pack, and the main AR card is the question mark board. Each card is like a board game. However, to get access to the other 5 cards, you have to get past this board. So how it works is, come closer. You have to place the card on a flat surface all by itself and assure that the game is about approximately 14 inches away. Right now it's just measuring it. So I'm too far, so I have to come closer. There you go. And there it is. Now you can begin to play.
Hold it like this and hit it. Then like this.
Now what? Okay, and that is the AR cards and all the accessories to the Nintendo 3DS.
Hi, my name is Maria, and I'm going to talk about a cool aspect of Nintendo 3DS called Street Pass. And basically, it brings people together, unlike some stereotypes that video games enables people to be isolated. So actually, you can walk down the street with your Nintendo 3DS on silent mode, and you can connect with people passing by that also has a 3DS, and you can exchange characters, exchange data. You can exchange high scores and actually play with like ordinary people walking down the street. This is secure because you can change if you want to exchange data, or if you don't, you can just change a default, and it won't. Also, it's another cool aspect of the Nintendo 3DS called Spot Pass, and this basically detects wireless hotspots and wireless LAN access points to obtain game data, update software, and this is also when it's in sleep mode. So basically, you can walk in the street, and then you just see like a coffee shop, and they may have Wi-Fi, and you can pick it up, and then you can get new software and data. So this is 2 cool aspects of the Nintendo 3DS that you can do while your Nintendo 3DS is in sleep mode.
Alright, hello, my name is Thomas, and I'm going to be going over some of the sales specifications of the 3DS and a little bit about what Nintendo plans to do with it in the future. At the end of the first week, there was over 400,000 units sold, which was more than any other handheld gaming system in the first week. The 3DS is priced at $250, which is about average for gaming systems, and considering it is a 3D system, that's a pretty good deal. There's currently less than 20 games available right now for the 3DS. However, Nintendo plans to release many more this summer and within the next couple of months. They're also planning on releasing a virtual console game, or a virtual console store, which is similar to the App Store for the iPhone, where with your 3DS you'll be able to go onto this virtual console store and get games, classic games like the old Zeldas or old Mario or things like that, and you can play it on your 3DS. So that's a cool thing for people that like the older games. This also allows Nintendo to broaden their target market by appealing to an older age group rather than younger kids like the newer games, but people that played the original Game Boys and things. They might buy the 3DS because of that backwards capability. Nintendo has done quite well so far with the 3DS, and with all the releases that are upcoming this summer, they should continue to do very well.
Hi, my name is Matt, and I want to talk to you about the health concerns and risks with playing the Nintendo's 3DS. Nintendo has actually put in a couple of security warnings that when you play the game for too long, like maybe about after an hour or two, it actually sends a message to the screen saying that you should probably take a break, because with the new 3DS, there have been reports of quicker eye fatigue and people getting headaches from playing the game for too long. What Nintendo said to do is just either take a break, walk around for a little bit, you can go back to continue playing, or you can just turn down the 3D slider to the 2D, or just maybe even a little bit down to 3D if you have it on maximum. They also said that the 3DS is not recommended for children under the age of 7. That's because the children's eyes are in the developmental stage, and since that can be harmful to a child with growing up, they just recommend that it's not. You can still go out and get the 3DS and have them play on 2D, but it's not recommended them for be playing on the 3D. Although Nintendo sends out those messages after an hour or two of playing, they actually recommend that you only play for 30 minutes and then take a break. Now, in all reality, that's not going to happen because there's people who can play games for 8 hours straight. But that's what Nintendo wants everyone to start doing. It can be a big thing if people actually do this because it would change everyone's playing habits. But it's alright. 3D has different effects on different people, and the 3D slider allows a wider group of people to enjoy the system. So, as John stated, he likes to play his version in the middle of the sweet spot. But you can play all the way up, or you can just turn it off. I mean, it's a cool feature. I'm really happy that Nintendo did that, because just to have permanent 3D would probably be really strainful on the eyes. Alright, that's it for the Nintendo 3DS. I'd like to thank everyone for watching the video and hope you enjoyed it.